What a night. At one point it looked like Chelsea were cruising, 3-0 up and everything under control. Then the fight back, the red card, the nervy finish. But we held on. With a 4-3 win, Chelsea go through to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Tonight we have a lot to unpack, so let's dive right in. Things started early for Chelsea when Santos scored in the 5th minute. 10 minutes later, Tyreek George tapped in a close-range cross from Jamie Gittins. Then just before half-time, Estevão chips the keeper, giving Chelsea a comfortable 3-0 lead going into half-time. However, in the second half, Wolves woke up. In the 49th minute, Wolves pull one back via Tolu Arokadare, making it 3-1. Then in the 73rd minute, David Moller-Wolfer scores to make it 3-2. And so now the pressure is building on Chelsea. But in some good news, Liam Delap returned to play his first minute since he pulled his hamstring against Fulham. However, he manages to get himself sent off after 26 minutes. So now he misses the Tottenham game. But the situation is saved by Jamie Gittins in the 89th minute as he scores a stunner for Chelsea, making it 4-2. However, 2 minutes later, and Moller-Wolfer scores his second for Wolves, making the score 4-3. It was certainly a nervy end to the game. Anyway, with the game recounted, let's move on to the talking points. The main one is Chelsea need to do better in the second half. We saw this sometimes last season as well, that Chelsea always start really well in the first half and then sort of coast along in the second, giving the opposition time to actually go and get some goals back, leading to a bit of a nervy end. It's something to work on because we need to stop doing that. In addition, we can also see the same defensive flaws as we saw against Sunderland, like we conceded from another long throw, which is frustrating. And this also makes us predictable going forwards, so we need to fix those defensive errors. Then after that, I feel it kind of caused us to panic because we didn't really respond to the first goal, which was scored so early in the second half that we didn't really settle down. And then Wolves were able just to pile on the pressure, score 2 more. And yeah, it got nervy. But at least we scored 3, otherwise I don't think we would have been able to hold on like we did. And then we scored another, which brought us home. Besides, it's Wolves. They're last in the league. You need to be keeping a clean sheet. This is the game where it's an easy path to 3 points, a win, and a clean sheet. You'd think, but here we are. Anyway, Santos, Tyreek George, and William Estevão were all involved in last night's game, and they all delivered, which is very promising. But the red card and the late concession show that experience is still missing, which is understandable because it's a young side, so you're going to get that, but it will come with time, basically. And speaking of that red card, and Delap sending off really changed the game. Going down to 10 men against Wolves ain't easy, I can't lie. It was a stupid red card as well, to be honest. And to me, it looked like Delap was just getting rage baited by the Wolves players, and he just reacted. And yeah. I mean, even Enzo Maresca described it as embarrassing, so it shouldn't have happened. But it doesn't really matter, because a win is a win at the end of the day, and we have secured our place in the quarterfinals against Cardiff City. And 4-3 away from home at the Molineux in a cup tie, I'll take it. Because I know 2 years ago, we lost in a crushing defeat against Wolves away on Christmas Eve. And then last year, we kind of went and destroyed them 6-2 at the Molineux. Where was Noni Madueke last night? May I just point that out? Granted, I know he went to Arsenal, but he would have been so useful. Like, genuinely, Chelsea play Wolves away. I used to know a guy. But yeah, anyway, there's certainly a lot to improve. It was a dominant first half, a shaky second half. The youth was shining, there's experience missing, and discipline's costing us. Again. But hopefully some of those areas are improved for Saturday on the Tottenham game. If you enjoyed this reaction, please hit that like button, drop a comment with your standout moment, and subscribe if you're a true blue who wants to hear my honest opinions every week. See you later.